Actually, I like that a lot. Boom. Alright. Period. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for being here. Just cleansing out this room here this morning. Finding your center, coming into peace, coming into a state of bliss within self. Blessings. Grand Rising, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. Welcome in, beautiful souls. We have some light language coming forward this morning. Hello, welcome in. The spine is wanting to open up, to feel loved and cared for this morning. Just let the body stretch and move. Thanks for being here, you guys. Light from the heavens, dropping down into the crown. Third eye, flushing through the third eye portal all the way back to the back of the head, flushing all the way down through the spine. Noticing any tension in your body, giving permission for it to relax. Down through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth. Bringing this light down through to the throat, opening this up. The throat and the ears and the eyes. Bringing light into these spaces, noticing anything that needs to release here. Giving permission to let go of any old energetic agendas in your body. Anything that is keeping you limited. Give permission for that to flow. There's an opening even in the throat chakra this morning. They're saying letting go of judgments, judgments towards self, judgment towards others. Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna grab a pillow from my back because this other one is not working. Got it. Letting go of judgments. And this is around the throat chakra, so physically, when we're judging people outwardly or even just internally, and letting go of those judgments. Wait a second, Ramona. Give me a second. Hi, I'm on a surgery table for a biopsy. Please send positive energy and negative results. Absolutely, Ramona. Sending you so much love. Sending so much love to you and to your body and whatever is needed for you to witness miracles. Allow that to come through. Healing, harmony. Sending you so much love, beautiful soul. You're so welcome. Wow. So much love. Ooh, sending you love. I just keep feeling this, just like, oh. Bye. Enjoy your day, Ramona. Sending you so much love as you're continuing to figure that out. Grateful we got to send you some love. Hello, everyone over there on YouTube. Thank you guys for the likes, by the way. It does help bring in more people here. So we're going to go through the throat. Again, releasing any judgments, but what I'm hearing also is comparison or competition. This is not a race. This evolution, this spiritual awakening is not a race. You're not here to do better than others or to evolve quicker than others or to do more things faster than others. That is not the point at all. Everyone is intentionally where they are meant to be. And when we start creating these places of comparison or competition, it creates a threatening environment, and we don't need that for New Earth consciousness. We do not need that for unity consciousness. So notice within your own body and within my own body where that might be coming up. Dropping into the heart. Opening the electromagnetic field, feeling the internal magnetism. Feel the expansion of your aura, the expansion of your heart space. Trust. You're welcome. Grand Rising, Pooja, welcome in. It's always a good reminder. I'll catch myself sometimes like thinking, oh my gosh, I need to be better, I need to evolve quicker because I'm a leader and all of these things, and I'm like, no, I'm evolving exactly how I'm meant to evolve. There is not a pace that I am meant to follow. I am the pace. My body is the pace. And if I go too quick or too slow, my body will tell me. So I am just listening to my body. And I am not here to listen to everyone else's body around me. It's my body that I'm here to listen to. Then I will share from overflow. That's important. So feel into that heart space as that's expanding, as that's evolving, as that's opening. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. I forgot to do this for myself this morning, and this is why I could tell. I was like, what's going on? I feel something's off. Okay, let me tune into my own energy. Thank you, Lana. Welcome in, everyone. Also, let me know how you guys are feeling this morning. I do appreciate you saying that, because some mornings I come in and I'm like, what in the heck is my hair doing? And today was one of those days. And today is one of those days that I know I have to cut my hair. I cut my hair about every week and a half. Maybe, yeah, like a week and a half is probably what I do. And then I'll like cut down the sides, and then I'll let the length grow out, and then I'll cut the top. It's like it's a whole process that I do with my hair. But thank you. I do appreciate that. Hello, Jessica. Welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. We're just relaxing here in this collective, dropping into the heart, but also just relaxing the aura, allowing yourself to be held here today. Allowing yourself to be held. Oh, thank you, Katie. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today I got to wear pants, so I'm wearing some pants, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty chilly here today, this morning in Michigan, which is exciting. And then it's making me go, oh my gosh, how cold is it going to be when I'm on the road? Which is also okay, because I do enjoy the cold. I do enjoy bundling up, layering, if you will. If you guys could describe yourself with a color today, what would your color be? Let me think about mine, because there's a couple different colors I could choose. Green, gold, turquoise. Okay. You know, and you guys know that I love using the term neon beige, and I don't want to keep using that, but I feel neon beige today, like this extremely neutral energy. Allergen levels are very high in North Carolina, feeling like I'm sleepy headed and lost in a fishbowl. Aw, sending you so much love. Colors like the blue on your shirt. Ooh, I really like that. Purple or pink? I feel like I could also go for like a gray or a white. That sounds, all of them are so neutral. My energy is very neutral today. Blue. Blue is such a good color. I love blue. It's my favorite color. I feel like I could also go for like a copper or like a metallic, like a silver. Hello, Jen. Welcome in. There is a stable energy here today as well that I'm feeling. The air element is coming forward. I feel like I want to have my tarot cards. Holy crap. I have to pack my tarot cards. I totally forgot to bring those. Pack tarot. I can't forget those at home. I have to bring those babies. But most everything I have packed. That's not true. A lot of stuff I have packed. I have to pack the main bulk of my clothes, and that's making me a little bit overwhelmed. So I have yet to do that. But everything else is pretty much packed. One of the things that I'm navigating the most as I'm stepping into my van life journey is other people's projections, other people's doubts, other people's fears and insecurities that are being placed upon me that I have to navigate or let it pass through me, pass around me without attaching to it. And because most people in my life have this concerning energy, it can be a little hefty. Even yesterday I got my nails done, and the nail tech was like, "Are you bringing a gun?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." And he was like, "Well, you should. It's a dangerous world out there." And I'm like, I appreciate the concern. I appreciate the love. I really do. I have other defense mechanisms, but it's like that type of level of projection gets hard for me sometimes, because I truly do feel like someone that is meant to bring a frequency of trust in. And the other thing, and I want to say, I say this with like a little bit of like laughter in my heart, but like don't take it too seriously. Like if I die, I die. You know, you know what I mean? I'm not afraid of death. That's not the thing I'm scared of. I'm not afraid of being hurt. I've hurt myself enough to know it's okay. But I understand where people are coming from, but at the same time I'm like, let me just enjoy this journey without having to be afraid. Because if I have all of this fear around me or all of this projection of fear, it's going to make it a lot more difficult to just enjoy the present moment, to feel safe within myself and my body. Anyways, this is something that I have thought about, and everyone can think about it within your own self. But I feel confident in this journey, and I feel confident within van life. And that's what I'm going to go with moving forward. Is your list open today? Yes, it is, Pooja. You have no idea why you thought I lived in New England. I have a big heart energy to New England, or like to areas like the East Coast, like the upper East Coast. I don't know, my heart's also there. But another place that my heart always goes to is the Middle East. Like, I have this energy that I feel like I'm connected to like Turkey or something like that. That's been coming up a lot for me, actually. So we're moving some of this energy in the heart chakra as I'm opening this space. Do not be afraid is what I'm hearing. You're from Connecticut originally. I'm so excited to go to Connecticut, you guys. I'm literally, it's like on my bucket list. And I'm so mad that they don't have Gilmore Girls on Netflix anymore. Like, that is the only show that I've ever binge watched more than 2 times. Like, and I don't watch shows that often, but Gilmore Girls, it's tradition. Every year I'm going to be watching it. So I have to find a different way to watch it this year. Do not be afraid. And I keep seeing the seraphim coming in. The angels, the guardians of the earth are awakening, and we have to trust them. We have to trust our connection between earth and the human realm, which is the same realm, and yet humans decided to separate themselves from nature. So some of the work that I'm going to be doing as I'm traveling is combining these realms, bringing together humanity and the earth realm within my own timeline, within my own frequency. Relax into peace. There's a flower blooming in the heart chakra. They're showing painting, expression. Allow yourself to breathe. Take a deep breath in, collective. Exhale. You are safe. You are held. You are still, you are confident within your body, your physical body, not just your mind, not just your spirit, your physical body. Very spiritually open there. Oh, cool. My friend lives in Connecticut. She's going to have a wedding there, and she's like, I'm going to try to get you a boo in Connecticut so that you can live near me. And I was like, girl, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Y'all know those. I don't know if anyone else is in the same type of realm that I'm in, but I always am getting these like tarot readings about the love of your life. And I always click on them. I'm like, tell me. I'm always a fool for that shit. But it does something to me. It gives me a little bit of moment to yearn. And then I move on. I love a yearn. Excellent, Pooja. I'll write you down, love. Oh, let me talk about the words of the day. Thanks to everyone that's here. Also, again, just let me know how you're feeling, collective. If there's anything going on in your life that you want to share with the collective, it's beautiful to be witnessed. You too, Melissa. It's just, it gets me every time. All right, the words of the day. We have, the first word is soften. Soften. And then open. Express. And then envelop or envelope. depending on how you want to read that. Soften, open, express, envelop, unravel, breathe, transition, and evolve. Soften, open, express, envelop or envelope, unravel, breathe, transition, evolve. There's a lot of changes that are happening, and oh, there's another, they gave us a symbol today. The symbol is the spiral, or the snake eating its own tail. But the word soften came up right off the bat, and I thought it was really inspiring, because something I've been working with telekinesis and psi abilities is learning how to soften. Yes, OMG Soften themes of the week for me. I love that. So with telekinesis, I'm teaching or learning how to soften a specific physical object to then attach to another object, so their electrons are softening and then they harden to create something new. You've been working with telekinesis. I love that. And so everything that we're doing physically, mentally, emotionally, all has an effect in the other realms. So as I'm learning how to soften physically, I'm also learning how to soften mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and learning how to soften the heart. So as I'm seeing visibly, I'm seeing these electrons softening. What is also happening is my electromagnetic field, my heart, is softening. It is trusting the physical reality around me. It is trusting myself. It is trusting my own abilities. It is trusting the what is another way to say it? It's like, it's just human abilities, trusting my human abilities, but they seem like superhuman abilities. And I say it with quotations because all of us have these abilities. All of us have these abilities to do telekinesis. All of us have these abilities to be psychic. All of us have these abilities to be healers. It is within our DNA. It is within our bones. It is within our heartbeat. It is very natural to us. It's a matter of remembering. And it is a matter of softening the hard shell around us. The hard shell that says, you are not capable of this. The hard shell that has dictated our reality for a very long time. And they're showing me back to one of the messages we had a minute ago, where they were taking us to airports. And I think this was a session with Jessica. They were taking us to airports, all these different airports, and they were telling me airports, or having someone outside of you flying for you, has made you believe that you can't fly yourself. And I thought that that was such an interesting thing. Because there's so many ways that we have been programmed to believe we are incapable of doing the superhuman, but it's actually just the human thing to do. So yesterday I was playing around with magnetism, right? And I was sticking things to the wall, and I was let me get my brain together. The other day I was learning how to soften a spoon, and I was bending spoons, and I was putting them back together. And I told my sister, I was like, next thing I'm going to do is stick this spoon to the wall. And so then yesterday I did, and I was like, OMG, and it was a heavy spoon too, and I got it to stick. It only stuck for like 5 seconds, but it still stuck, and I was very impressed. And so, and she even watched me stick the scissors to the wall. And the scissors stuck, and the penny stuck, and the quarter stuck, and she was like watching me, and it was so beautiful to be witnessed in that, to be seen in this giftedness, for her to almost unlock within her, oh my gosh, this is possible. These are real things. So there's something so beautiful about being witnessed in your giftedness, and this is something I have been talking about, but in that witnessing, it can feel vulnerable. It can feel a little bit uncomfortable. But that uncomfort and that vulnerability is the softening that is shifting reality. So we need to be in those spaces. To be seen, to be loved, to be honored, to be seen in our giftedness. So that's what's coming forward here. Soften is going to come forward to you, whatever way that word resonates with you, let it resonate with you. But there is a softening in the collective around our hearts, within our energy body, within our giftedness. And for some of you, it might even be softening into more of your feminine state, or softening your masculine guard to balance your energy. But it's also still trusting. So when you soften, in order to soften, you have to trust. Those two have to go hand in hand. Because if you don't have a foundation of trust to allow yourself to soften, to allow the things around you to soften, you'll just fall into mush. Does that make sense, collective? There is necessity for a trusting foundation of self, to know yourself enough to let yourself soften. The word envelop or envelope, I think, is very interesting. You've been having to soften your anxiety, absolutely. Yeah. Trust. Trust is a huge thing here. Envelop. Let me see what that word actually means. It feels like it means kind of like all around self. I don't know how to spell it other than what sounds like envelope. So, wait. Envelope. Maybe it doesn't have the E. Envelope. Give me a second. Okay, that's what I thought. Envelop means to cover, wrap, or surround something completely. For example, a heavy fog might envelop a city, or a thick blanket might envelop a sleeping person. So there's something about envelop which can also feel like this energy of being held. But I like the visual of the fog enveloping the city, or this, I don't know, the fog, I don't want to see fog as a negative thing here, but there's like a softness, there's a warmth to this energy that is enveloping self, that is holding self. So feel that in your energy field around you, this holding. And while you're being held, you can soften. Allow yourself to be held in trust, enveloped in trust, enveloped in love, enveloped in peace, enveloped in harmony, enveloped in justice. Sent on Cash App. Excellent, Jessica. We'll get started with these individual sessions here in a second. Again, if anyone else wants to get on the list, feel free to do so. I'm going to do a little bit more of this incense here, and then we'll get started with these individual sessions. Hello, welcome in. Real quick, we're going to go down through the solar, the sacral, and the root, pushing through to the hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. All the way into your roots, all the way down into the crystalline core, wrapping your roots around the core and sending this out and around. I also want to say shout out to everyone in the back of the room that isn't maybe typing or whatever. I still feel you and I honor you, so thank you for being here. Bringing this energy back up through to your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, roots, sacral, solar, heart, throat. Yeah, there's a lot in the throat here today. Third eye and crown all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. The throat energy, again, noticing any comparison within your journey and letting that comparison go. Because if we're comparing or if we're competing, we're in some way energetically blocking ourselves from our true expression, because your expression is not someone else's expression. Your expression is unique to you, and that's very important. Okay, let's get into this first session. Pooja, where did you send in again? I'm sorry. It might be on the website, but it's taking a second to load. Okay. Excellent. So we'll start with Pooja. Excellent. I mean, meeting people like you makes me realize I woke up in a beautiful timeline. Oh, that's so sweet. This is a beautiful timeline, isn't it? I love this timeline. I'm excited. I feel, Pooja, whenever I do your sessions, there's like a pointed energy. Like your team is always like, just say it how it is. So be ready for that. I can feel them already. All right. Yeah, they are sassy, but it's because you're also sassy. Because you give them sass back, and they're like, okay, I'll give you sass back, girl. It's funny. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna get some more coffee, some more water, and then I'll get my energy ready and we'll get started. Thanks to everyone that's here. I do appreciate you. Ooh, all right. Pooja, put a heart in the chat when you're ready and we'll get started, love. This is just a 15-minute session. Whoever else wants to receive the secondary energy codes, please do. Excellent. Hand on heart, hand on belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay, so this is actually a common theme that I've been feeling in the collective, but it's about working more on your yang energy. I know that you're naturally in this yin and this magnetism and all of this energy of like, I'm bringing everything to me. But there's an aspect of yourself that needs to go pursue what you are looking for. They're saying being vulnerable, being embarrassed. These are energies putting yourself out there and learning from the process of doing that. Because you can sit in your home all day and be like, hey, where's my Reiki clients? Where are my clients? And you're like, well, I'm manifesting it. Like, what's going on? But you're not doing anything physically to connect there, or to be open, or to be vulnerable, or to share yourself more with others, or to promote yourself. then it's going to be like, hey, you're not really meeting yourself halfway. Because the yin and the yang, they got to meet halfway. The yin is going to be magnetizing, and you're already doing that magnetism, but the yang is still over here like, I don't want to pursue myself. Does that make sense? So there's a bit more pursual that needs to happen so that you can meet in the middle, so that that absolute abundant frequency flows through your channel. So there's something about a little bit more masculine energy inside of you. Is what it is. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. But there is empowerment that comes from you being able to create your own structure, boundaries, pursuing things, go after your dreams, go do the thing, meet yourself halfway. Meet the divine halfway. Your physical body needs to meet your spirit body, and it meets in the middle. Does this make sense? So specifically, if you're going to be doing in-person Reiki or sessions where you're connecting with people physically, you need to physically feel that connection with your spirit body. So that's what they're saying. There's so many different ways that you can do this of promoting yourself. This could even be just in conversation with people, being like, hey, I'm a Reiki practitioner, here's my card. Or here's my website. If this is something you're interested in, please contact me. I'd love to have you as a client. But the thing about that is, you have to be confident in your abilities. And so we're not often going to promote ourselves if we don't feel confident in our abilities. But at the same time, they're almost saying sometimes it's not being about the most confident. Because I know that there's some people in the online space that don't want to do online healings or things like that, because they're like, well, my energy's not just right today, or it's not perfect today. That's not the point particularly, they're saying. They're saying just go pursue and remember that your soul knows what to do. So feel confident in your soul remembrance. Even if you haven't had a ton of practice doing clinical trials with Reiki, your soul knows what to do. It's trained for this. And give yourself the trust and the confidence to know that enough to go out and pursue. Totally work on that. Pooja, I'm loving your energy. I also want to say I have seen your growth. I have seen your confidence exceed itself because you've had to. And you've had to learn how to trust. To so many people, yeah. And the bartending scene is, it's good. It's also sometimes hard because you might not find people that are actually like in it with you. So the other places that I'm seeing this happen is kind of just like engaging with people in the park. And just like finding those moments where spirit is aligning you and being like, hey, this person came up to me, or I went up to that person because I told them that they have a beautiful outfit on and I love their energy. And then they just start chatting with me. And then I'm like, hey, actually, like, if you're into energy stuff, like, I do energy work. That could be something that we could work on together. Like things like that where you just kind of promote yourself, but it's not forced. It's just something that feels natural because it's naturally who you are. And so when you can let go of this energy of this being forced, like the yang energy doesn't have to be forced. It doesn't have to be so like aggressive. It can be so natural and easy. That's important. They also keep showing me like literal flyers. And I don't know if this is something you would pursue. Maybe it's even online flyers or something like that. But they're like literally showing me like pieces of paper where it's like, you need Reiki practitioner, and then it has like your number on it. Like the old school. It's kind of funny. I don't know if that's something you would do, but that's what they're showing me. Again, self-promoting. But moreover, they want you to understand that when you're self-promoting, it's for you. It's not for the other people per se. This is an increase in your level of confidence to put yourself out there. Even if no one calls, you know that you took that step. You did that thing. And when you reach out, spirit is going to reach in and there's going to be a collab of some sort. So it's about just pursuing something, doing something, putting yourself out there in some way. And if it's not working in how you're already doing it, let's pivot and let's try something else. Because also, ultimately, it's behind the confidence. If you feel truly confident in the work that you're doing, you will naturally magnetize people. So we're going to drop down into the solar. I do want to say again, your spirit team is very proud of you, even though they come across very strong and pointed. They are very, very proud of you for all of the things that you have done throughout the past couple years. The transitions that you have gone through have led you up to being a great healer to help others through these transitions. But be confident in your ability to help others. You have been there to help yourself. You have been there to continue to support yourself, to lift yourself up after these moments of deep trust. You have had to learn deep divine trust, and you've also had to have heartbreak from the divine. You have learned a lot throughout these past couple of years. That is the confidence behind the work that you're doing. You have had this lived experience, right? What I said before, the fuck around and find out degree, you've gained a lot of that awareness. And there's other people that are going to be working with you that need that awareness, that you're able to provide to them without them having to go through the struggle. So hold that confidence that you have gone through these initiations for a reason. My readings and healings have been on point. Okay, I believe that. I believe that energetically, and this is why I'm feeling there's so much beauty behind it. It's the yang. So your yin is very confident. Your yin is very confident. It's your yang that needs a bit more confidence. Does that make sense? It's like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm feeling it in your back. Like it's your backbone. This masculine energy that is also needing to be supported in you. Okay. Okay. Because I feel that. I feel you have gone through a lot to have to get to where you're at now, and there is beauty, and you know that you know who you are, right? Now it's about pursuing that more. Being confident in promoting yourself. Okay, going back down to the solar, we're going to open this up. And I'm seeing lemons. There, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But they're also saying, oh, never mind, I won't say that. It's not relevant. I'm going to open this up just a bit more. Yeah, but they're showing this like citrus energy coming into this the solar, almost like washing out. They're showing like lemon juice and vinegar and water as like a cleaning solution to your solar plexus, and just flushing this out, maybe even creating some bubbly energy and flushing that through your digestive system, going down through your womb and through your root, opening the root, going through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, and feet, pushing down into the earth, grounding down. Flush out. So I want you to kind of almost feel maybe some of this old energy towards your lower chakras that are releasing any stagnancy that is held in being very human and pursuing more of that human process of meeting yourself halfway. You've got the spiritual. You know that you're up there. You know how to manifest. You know how to heal. You know how to do these things. Drop it down. Bring it into the physical reality. Work with the yang. The pursual. The container. The containment of your feminine. So flushing out and just feeling some of this energy moving and releasing. I'm seeing like old gunk or old limiting beliefs coming out of the lower chakras. Yang confidence in movement, forward, trusting the vision. Absolutely. Trusting the vision. My back has been cramping like crazy. Okay. Okay. Oof. So they're showing that to me as well in the lower back, which is, again, more of this energy is releasing out of the lower body, the lower back. There's a lot of energy moving around your like butt muscles and your hip muscles. So let those flow. They're showing like hip hop dancing. There's something else here that I'm trying to figure out. There's something about your ability to balance being in the real world as a bartender, being around kind of this lower frequency energy. I mean, alcohol is a depressant. It's a lower energy, but you also being this high energy. There's something very important about this balance that's happening here within your body. And again, this is going to help you as a healer in the future know how to work with these energies. But they're not sharing with me what particularly. They're just saying something even about tolerance. They're saying tolerance, you're able to handle some of these lower energies that some people tend to be too sensitive to work with. And so it even shows some of your clientele will have some deep densities that you're able to connect with. And this is important, because the next wave of people that are going to be waking up are going to have fresh density that needs to be observed. Does that make sense? So some of your clients are going to be very, very new to energy work. Let this flow. Still letting that lemon juice mixture flow through you. Oh, it's already time. We're going to bring in some more light down through the crown. Third eye. Throat. But here's the thing, as I'm coming into the throat, here's the thing about this next wave of people that you're going to be working with, is that as much as they're new to energy work, they have a deep level of faith or a deep level of trust because of the waves before them that have learned to trust. And because this spirituality, if you will, is becoming more mainstream, there is more trustworthiness, is what I'm feeling. And so they're going to accelerate very quickly. These clients that are coming to you are going to move through their density pretty quickly, and you're going to be able to witness that as a teacher, as a leader, as a healer. And they want you to be ready for that. And they want you to fully sink into yourself as a teacher and a healer. Oh, they're almost saying, I don't know, you probably already have this written down of like, I am a teacher, I am a healer. And like having that on a sticky note and seeing that in the morning or whatever, like remembering that that's your sole purpose. Okay, bringing some more light down through the crown, third eye, throat, heart. So the heart is where that yin and that yang is going to mix. And that's where that internal and external magnetism comes from. So we want to feel that backbone of the yang and the fluidity of the yin. The backbone is going to provide a support system for the abundance to flow in. Work on the yang. Down through the solar. This can be even structure. Writing down structure of how you want to provide your services. What is the structure of connecting with yourself and connecting with clients? What is your structure of taking care of yourself after a session? Having everything already in a way planned out can help your body relax into trusting self. The more you can trust self, the more confidence comes in. The more confidence comes in, the more magnetism comes in. The more magnetism comes in, the more abundance, the more clients, all of this stuff comes in. Trust that. All right. Through the solar, through the sacral, through the root, opening up the root, going through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves. Some energy in the calves needs to release here, so massage your calves, ankles and feet, going down into the earth, all the way down. All the way to the crystalline core. Feel Gaia as a yang energy, even though she is both. You can tune into her as a structure. All the way down to the crystalline core, sending this energy out and around. Bringing this energy back up through your roots. Feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens. Allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. Where did my cat just go? That was weird. Alright, releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. So they're saying Shiva. I think Shiva's the masculine one. They're saying ask Shiva to help. Am I right? Am I right about that? Or is that the feminine one? Ask Shiva to help with the masculine structure. You're welcome, beautiful soul. I'm very, very happy for you. Lord Shiva, okay. Yeah, he's coming in to work with you. Okay, that's what I thought. Sometimes I get them mixed up, so. Yay! That's exciting. So for the collective, real quick, that's been a common theme that I've been feeling a lot. And as you guys know, I always am working with the energy of balance. And for a very long time, I felt a lot of the collective not actually enjoy that energy of balance. Like the feminine has really wanted to stay the feminine and find their masculine counterpart. And I have found that that can be, the word disillusioned is coming to mind. And kind of in some way imbalanced, because we're constantly looking outside of ourselves to find balance. Where the heck is my cat? Sheldon, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Why are you in there? How did you get in there? Buddy, what the heck? Anyways, that's just something I've been feeling into the collective. So take what resonates, leave the rest, as always. How did you get back there, Bubba's? How did you get back there? I don't understand. Alright. He's just exploring. I know, I just literally don't know how he got back there. Like, he was in the cabinet, and I was like, there's no openings to this cabinet. Genuinely confused. But, whatever. Hello, welcome in. Okay, so I think we only have one other person on the list, which is Jessica. So let me know if anyone else does get on the list. And Jessica, if you want to do our session, we can get into it. But anyways, again, that's just something I've been feeling in the collective, has been the feminine learning to support self and to hold self. And it's not in the way that we've seen it before. When I talk about the masculine or I talk about the yang, we're not talking about the stereotype of the man. That is not it. I'm talking about learning how to hold structure, learning how to hold self, learning how to be the mama bear. Because mama bear energy is naturally yang. Even though it's mama, right? Even though it's feminine in nature, it's this very protective force. It's this guarded force. This structured force. Anyways, so that's what I feel about that. Okay, let's get into Jessica's. Jessica, is there anything specific you want to work on today? And then we can kind of tune into the collective until anyone else, if anyone else wants to get on, you can get on. Guys, I've been feeling so interesting. Nothing specific, intuitive, please. And I'm excited to talk about it after this session. Because I feel like we're just going to kind of go into a little bit of collective human connection today. Again, if anyone wants to get on the list, I have some openings, but it's okay if not, because we can always go into collective, which I'm totally okay with. Also, look at these. Oh, this is something I wanted to say to the collective. Tomorrow I have my van tour coming out. The video about my van tour and my van journey and things like that. So stay tuned for that over on my YouTube channel. But look at how fun these are. Me too. I really like how they sound. I got those from France, actually. I didn't need to get them particularly in France, but it's cool that they were from France. All right, let's get started with Jessica's session. Thanks to everyone that's here. Thank you for liking. I do appreciate it. It does help me out. Thanks to all of those beautiful hearts that are just here to hold space with me and for the rest of the collective. Excellent, beautiful soul. I'm excited about that. And then I actually might close the list after 3. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, let's do it, Jessica. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready and we'll get started. It's kind of fun to have you this early in the morning. Yay, I'm excited. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart. All right, Jessica, hand on heart, hand on belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Hello, Kate, welcome in. Okay, so the first thing that I heard was Puff the Magic Dragon, and I keep hearing the song in my head, like that song. So if you haven't heard that, look that up. There's something about that, Puff the Magic Dragon. But then the other thing that I felt was kind of like this darkness around your field, and it's not dark in the way of like negativity, but more darkness in the way of like expansion. Like there's more room, and you're like exploring yourself, and as you explore yourself, it's like you're walking into the dark, and you're like, oh, what is this, and what is this, and what is this, and the more that you explore, the more you find your treasure. But it's also like I don't know, they're showing me a map, And they're showing me different treasures, and they're showing this dragon that you're here with trying to find the treasure, but the dragon is also guiding you to find the treasure. And every step that you take within your aura, the more that it opens the map. But until you take those steps, there's nothing there on the map. It's just empty. So they're wanting you to continue to explore yourself and your own capabilities and your own giftedness, and finding these gifts or finding treasures within yourself is very important. And sometimes it takes going into these really dark places, and they're showing me Hecate here, being like, hey, come cross this bridge. And sometimes you're like, I don't know if I want to cross that bridge, because what if it breaks while I'm falling on it? Or what if it breaks while I'm walking on it? And she's like, just trust. And you're like, but I can't see where I'm going. And she's like, I don't care. Just trust. She's sassy. I love her. So there's something about that. So Hecate is also helping you on this journey of self-discovery in these dark places. There's places about yourself that you have yet to discover, but you know it's there. You know your potential. You know your capacity. And this goes back into what we've been talking about for a minute now, is you know, getting clients and stepping into the unknown in that realm, and seeing your giftedness through practicing, through these clinical trials of healing. Allowing Spirit to teach you through people and through their experiences allows you to see yourself in that reflection. I have been exploring myself, definitely. I've been trusting that those that fall away are supposed to, absolutely. And it doesn't even have to be online. Again, it could even be like to your kids, to your partner, to family members, to friends. Finding new friends feels very relevant. Going to the park. There's just something about pursuing more of yourself in general. Taking yourself on dates. They're showing a star in your heart, and letting that star going through the veins, the arteries, plasma body, electron body, feeling that star power charging up your energetic system through all of your meridian points. And flushing out old energies, old relationships, old limitations, old situationships. Situationships, interesting. It's interesting that that came forward. Okay. There's something there. I'm opening the womb because they're going back to the goddess lifetime. This comes up quite a bit in our energies. But this goddess lifetime of deeply holding respect and reverence to other women, and to in some way being in love with these other women. And it doesn't have to be sexually, but there is this just deep reverence for womanhood. And your soul is aching for that. Your soul is like, why? Why can't I find this? Why can't I hold this here in the now? I remember what it feels like to be so connected with all of these women, to not have comparison, to be free, to not compete energetically, but just to know that we're there for one another, that it is a safe place to be in my womanhood, to feel soft, to feel honored, to feel respected for my sensitivity, my sensuality, my romanticism, my heart. And there's something about how big your love is that can sometimes feel intimidating to others. And so in return, you have just said, it's not for me. It's not for me to find those people. But Spirit's like, baby, get ready for the relationships that you're about to involve yourself in. And they almost said the word envelop again. Be surrounded by the love, the womanhood, this, they're even showing the witches coming together. This community is meant for you. Pursue that too. So going to Pooja's session, feel into the yang, the backbone of supporting yourself enough to know that it's okay if there are women that come in and out of your life, but to honor it deeply for when it is there. Because we have to respect everyone's free will, but we also have to respect our ability to deeply love and also deeply feel if they do leave. And that's okay too. No one is required to stay near. The only constant that we have is change. And allow yourself to be comfortable and confident enough in yourself to be okay with change of friendships coming and going, but allowing yourself to be open enough to experience the bliss of them. And each of those friendships that come in and go, they're teaching you a new lesson. They're teaching you how to love yourself more. It is a divine reflection of womanhood, of sacredness, of holiness, of softness. And so allow yourself to open up that gushy, ushy stuff, that soft energy that wants to be seen, that wants to be loved, that wants to be held, that wants to be holy. And let go of the fear, of the deep guard. It's there for a reason, yes, but in some moments, we want to let that go and to trust humanity again, to trust people again. It can be. Yeah, making connections with women, we're craving it. And yes, this community here is definitely, I can feel it. I know what you're talking about. I can see her clearly. I'm right there with you. That was a very wounding dynamic for you because of the comparison, the conflict, the competitiveness. You don't need that. That's not the energy you hold. Maybe it was a reflection in a moment for you to learn from, and you trust that that was there for a reason, and you give love to that dynamic. You give love to that relationship experience. But you learn from it, and you grow, and you evolve, and you open up to greater dynamics. And that's very important for you right now. To allow your heart to remember that friendships with women is possible, and it's beautiful, and it's needed. And it's not about comparison, and it's not about competition. It's not a race you're trying to win to be more feminine, to be more in your power. It is something that we want to continue to up-level one another. Yes, girl. Yes, girl, you look like that. Yes, you did that. Yes, power. Come on, girl. Slay. Allow yourself to encourage one another, and the more that you can encourage these friendships, the more you're encouraging yourself. Remember that these beings are divine reflections of you, and the way that you want to be treated has to be treated to them. And so if you're still in your heart being like, I'm scared to have friendships, that's what's going to be reflected to you. I just got a text from my past Reiki master to go to a class at her home Saturday. Come on, girl. Come on. Hey. Because we opened our heart. The heart got opened, and instantly your manifestations wanted to come through, but you got to open your heart a little bit. The little chest cavity's got to come open, and that softness has to be revealed. And then that softness now wants to be supported by these other women, by these other people that want to connect with you. Friendships on a deeper level, yes. So keep cultivating that heart kind of opening. And I like to visualize the literal chest cavity opening, and this softness, this ooey gooey energy just being supported here and now. And the longer you can keep that open, the longer your manifestations can kind of come through. And yes, there's going to be moments then you go, oh my gosh, this is vulnerable to be seen, to be felt, to be so ooey gooey soft. But then there's also going to be those moments of like, wow, this is so expansive and beautiful. And I am so excited to continue to create relationships and to trust people and to encourage people. I am not defined by the relationships of my past. I am defined by this present moment and who I am right now. And if right now I am open to receive greater relationships and greater friendships, then so be it. Heart nectar meditation, visualizing it flowing and overflowing. Yes, absolutely, heart nectar. And sharing that with all of these beautiful women. Cracking open in my heart, yay, 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 yay. And it's not about, like, there is importance in these communities here on the screen. But you also know that it's a guard. That being behind the screen is a little bit of a guard, and being physically with someone opens that heart even deeper. For them to see all corners of your multidimensionality is vulnerable, and it is so expansive, and it is so beautiful. Vulnerability is our superpower. Deeply accept that. And as I say that, I can feel your heart go, it's like, is it okay? Is it okay to be vulnerable? Is it okay to be seen at all layers of myself? And yes, it is, love, because you deserve to be seen. Because I know who you are. You know who you are. This collective knows who you are. And you're a really powerful baddie. You're a really powerful baddie. And you deserve to be seen, my love. The world deserves to work with you. And it's grateful that you have already been working with us here, but the world needs to see you. Aw, collective, give Jessica a little hug. Let's heal that wound. Let's heal that wound. I love this collective. This is us right now healing these wounds, these friendship wounds, these goddess wounds, these witch wounds. This is us, the collective. Anyone that needs to receive this hug as well, see it as a reflection. The love that we're giving Jessica here, this is the love that each and every one of us can give each other. This is the healing of the feminine wound. This is the uprising of the goddess within us. This is remembering what it's like to not be in competition with one another, but to deeply support one another. So beautiful. All right, so that's what we got here for today. Hello, Ramona, welcome back. How are you? We're going to bring in some more light down to your crown, third eye, throat, heart. Okay. Yep, feeling it in the heart. They're saying going from a raisin to a grape. It's like pumping new energy into your heart. Going down through the solar, the sacral, and the root, pushing through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet. Good. All the way down to your roots, all the way down to the crystalline core, wrapping your roots around the core, sending this energy out and around. Creating more beautiful dynamics within women to women friendships and relationships, bringing this energy back up through your roots. Feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And they want you to be in this space of remembering your lifetime as a goddess. And to bring that frequency forward, not to be higher than others, but to reflect to others the potency that is within each and every one of us. To reflect that power. Okay? Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Group hug! Group hug! Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. And thank you to the rest of the collective that was able to receive these codes as well. I mean, obviously, if you guys have been in this collective, you know how important Jessica has been to this collective and how much beautiful stuff we've done together. And to witness her continually transforming is just so beautiful. So thank you for being vulnerable in this collective, and we're excited to see you transform. And yeah, for everyone else in here, receive those secondary energy codes and feel the love that we are healing these feminine relationship dynamics. Ruby. Okay, before we get into this last session, again, let me know if anyone else did get on the list. I am going to go use the bathroom. I love you too, beautiful. Group sounds amazing. Okay, so I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick before we get into this next session. If you are feeling called to just send love into the chat, please do. If you just want to sit and listen to this music, please do as well. I'll be right back. Watch my cat. He's back here. Make sure he's a good boy. I'm back. Sheldon. Hi. Hey, buddy. Okay. Hello, everyone. Sheldon was watching you. He was like, what are y'all doing? He's so funny. He's so cute. I just love him. Okay. Aww. Okay, you guys. Let's go into this last session that we have today for Ruby. Higher self-guided. And let me know, Ruby, if there is anything that does come up. You know, I'm so curious how I'm gonna handle this when I'm on the road and I don't have like a bathroom near me because my bathroom's in here. I think I'm gonna have to figure out how to use the shiwi. It's gonna be shiwi time, baby. Watch out. If you guys don't know what a shiwi is, you can look that up yourself. I don't need to tell you. Ooh, attempted humiliation ritual. Ugh. 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 Gross energy. Yeah, we'll definitely connect with that. Ugh. Ugh. Been there, done that. Yeah, you're like, I know how to deal with this. I'm figuring this out. Yeah. Okay. Ugh. Gross energy. How are you gonna pee in the middle of life without public bathroom? Yeah, I mean, I have, or in the middle of live. Yeah, I think I can pause it on here. I don't know if I can pause it on, let me actually see if I can pause it on here, on YouTube. That would be the only thing. If I have to, I would, I would be able to do that. I don't know. I can pause it on here. I don't know if I can pause it on YouTube, so we'll figure it out. Wait, maybe. I can't pause it, but I can turn, oh wait. Yes, I can. Hey, okay. I got it. I know, oh my gosh. We're gonna get so real as I'm traveling, you guys. Like, I'm already a real bitch, but like, I'm sorry, why do I keep... Anyways, okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna get my energy ready. We'll get started. Oh, I will be coming to New Mexico. Don't you worry, baby. Don't you worry. I'll be coming. All right, let's get started. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready, and we'll tune into it. I know I'm very excited too. There's gonna be, I think, like, if I'm going to like each state, I might send like on TikTok stories like, hey, I'm coming here. If anyone's in this state, let me know, and like maybe we can meet up for a coffee or like go to dinner or like go to a park or go to a festival or something like that. So it's something I feel called to do. But also I know that I'm not going to be able to like hit everyone and connect with everyone, even though I want to. All right, put a heart in the chat when you're ready and we'll get started. A balloon fiesta. Ooh, that sounds lovely. Well, I don't know yet. Well, I will be seeing you though, Katie. I will be seeing you. You're my first stop. No, just any state that I'm going to. I'm saying, like if I'm going to a certain state, I'll write in my TikTok story or something. I'm going to be in this state. Is anyone else there? Does anyone want to hang out, meet up? Okay, there you go. Hand on heart, hand on belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay, I love this energy. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so what Spirit is showing me is this jail cell basically around your like solar and your sacral. And this is kind of that energy of them trying to box you in or humiliate you or like force you into this position where you again are humiliated or embarrassed. But then Hecate comes in and she's like, baby, what do you think that they're doing? Like, this is so silly. Just like laugh and move on. But Hecate is like, you know, you can walk right out of those bars, right? Like, you don't have to be in there. Like, you can fit through. So she's like, come walk out and I'll show you something. And then you walk out of the bars and you're like, oh, I didn't realize how spacious this was. I didn't realize I could just leave. And then she was like, watch this. And then she like snaps her fingers. And then all of the people that are trying to humiliate you are now in this jail cell or in this box with mirrors all around them. This is a reflection of them and their level of humiliation or their need to evolve. And it's very interesting. She's just showing like this is for them. And as you're stepping out, you're showing them and you're witnessing to them that you can handle anything. And it's more embarrassing to them that they were trying to get you stuck. That shows their integrity, that shows their energy, and you see right through it. And as you look them in the eyes, whoever these people are, as you look them in the eyes, you see right through their soul, and they feel embarrassed for what they tried to do to you. The Thanos snap when I clear energy. Oh my gosh, I love that. Working on clearing it, I'm like, been there, done that. Yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, it's that instant, she's like, snap into place, remember who you are. And so, like, that snap, like you said, it can completely clear and bring you back to center and bring you back into your power. So programming that in that way is really beautiful, and I'm glad you're already doing that. Hecate is working with you very strong right now. That was where I got angry. I was like, oh hell no. Yeah, no, yeah, you don't talk about the sun. No, that's fucked. I'm sorry, that's fucked. That's not good. But again, she's saying this is a reflection of them. This is a reflection of their insecurity, of their power. And so they see you have power and they're wanting to diminish it. But baby, you cannot be diminished, and you know that. It is more embarrassing to them that they're trying to get you to lessen your power. She's continually saying that. And she's saying, remember divine justice. Divine justice is on your side when you continue to honor yourself, clear your energy, connect with who you are. Everything else around you will fade away or crumble how it needs to. Keep being in your power. Keep witnessing to yourself that you are strong. And let them crumble. It's that theory, like that let them theory. Let them deal with their own consequences. This is not for you. This is for them to see themselves. This is she keeps just saying this is a humiliation ritual to them. And you see right through it. And let yourself hold that state of integrity or that state of confidence, being like, I'm not fooled. Don't play those games. I'm not here to play games. I'm here to enjoy myself and enjoy abundance. Don't play games. Because again, and then I see Hecate here next to you just snapping her finger, and there's these black dragons going kind of after these beings that are trying to harm you and your child. And what I also feel around your kiddo is he has like 3 really strong white dragons that is constantly protecting him. And Spirit is like, on your child, that is such a level of ignorance, stupidity, like just, that's dumb. Like that's so, they can't even fight you at your own level because of your strength, that they have to go to your child. That's embarrassing. That's silly. More abundance. I've seen his dragons protecting him. How are you going to dislike him for his light? Like, be for real. Literally, like, be for real. That's embarrassing for them. That's embarrassing for them. And continue to, like, see it as that way, because that's how Hecate is keep saying it. She's like, this is not about you. This is them needing to see how stupid they are acting. How childlike they are acting. At such a childlike level that they still have to bully children. That's embarrassing. As a full-grown adult that owns a business, bullying children, ugh. No thanks. Snap of a finger, and it is done. Be gone. Be gone. So I'm just going to clear out this energy because it's not even for you. Get a hobby. Literally, get a hobby. Find something else to do other than hate on other people, specifically children. Get a hobby. No, but energetically, let your spirit team take care of this one, is what they're saying. They say, you already figured this one out, baby. You don't have to do anything. Let justice play its role. Let justice play out. And with your handle being poetic justice, potentially even write poetry about this. And let the justice play out. Archangel Michael, yes. Put it in your justice jar. That's such a good thing to have, a justice jar. I love that for you. Hecate don't like people bullying children. No. She doesn't at all. She doesn't at all. And that's the fun thing, because she keeps being like, baby, take a step back and let me do it. Let me do what I do best. Let me take care of this situation. And it's funny because I see her literally like tripping them. Supposed to on my birthday. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Please do. Yeah, send it. I see her like energetically tripping them. She's so funny. I love her. She's so funny. We love you. She doesn't play. She doesn't mess around. She doesn't mess around with children. She doesn't mess around with animals. And each of us are her children in a way, is what she's saying as well. She is saying something about gold and like jewelry and adorning yourself. In a way, she's like talking about focus on you and focus on your empowerment, focus on how you're actually gaining more abundance through this experience. Allow that to be alchemized for your highest good. You know that you can handle this. You've already done it before. Trust that enough. Trust that. And again, there's like this, I don't know, there's more abundance coming to you. There's more golden energy coming to you. I'm seeing Anubis. I'm seeing the Syrian energies. I'm seeing a very Egyptian energies coming in. A lot of protection. Isis, Hathor, Osiris, Ma'at. Ma'at. Divine justice. And I'm seeing watermelon. That she's just like, nourish yourself, give back to yourself right now. This is not about them. And try to shift your focus away from that situation, because you are divinely and heavenly protected. Let the mirror, let the reflection of their humiliation come back to them. Be in your peace. Adorn yourself. Take care of yourself. Nourish yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself how beautiful and powerful you are. Deep embodiment of your goddess qualities, of your higher qualities in your physical body, and let that trigger them. That's the thing. Sometimes it's just like, let that trigger them and move on. Let them be triggered. Let them learn their own lesson and move on. Let Hecate handle the rest. She's over there like, I've got it. I've got it taken care of, baby. Don't you worry. You do not mess around with children. Jeez. Ooh, watch out, world. Ah, stuck in my heart. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to open up the crown a little bit. Going down. Third eye. Throat. So that I can feel the top of the heart going into the throat. There is a little bit of stuckness because you feel like you can't say things right now. So this is where they do want you to, again, write poetry, write music, songs, singing. All of this stuff is going to help the top of the heart experience what it needs to experience right now. I feel kind of this energy of like wanting to vomit from the heart. Like there's so much energy. We're going to open the top of the heart. Keep opening. Mid heart. Yeah, you want to scream? I can feel that. Okay. Definitely in the back of the heart. Okay, we'll open the bottom of the heart. Down through the solar, open up the solar. Feeling confident, trustworthy within yourself. And again, adorning yourself right now. Seeing that confidence in the mirror is going to allow it to reflect. I'm just going to open this whole channel and then we'll go back to the heart. Going down to the womb, opening this up, feeling very protective, very caring of your womb space and of your child, but also trusting and letting it rest. Letting go of a deep guardedness and letting your spirit team be on guard for you so you can be at peace, dropping into your root, opening this up, down through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. Aww. Oh, that's so precious. Grounding all the way down to the crystalline core, wrapping your roots around the core, feeling that sacredness and that safety of being grounded and being rooted and being centered at this time. The trust. Having trust allows you to feel more abundant. Told me she's always with him. Oh, I love that. That's so precious. It's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay. All the way down into the roots. I'm going to go back into the heart. And what I'm feeling, there's going to be a river flowing down from crown, third eye, throat, heart, spinning through the heart, flushing out the heart through veins, arteries, plasma body, electron body, shifting out through the hands, out of the top of the head, and down through the bottom of your feet, clearing your energy field. Feeling Divine Mother God, maybe Sophia or whatever you call her, down through the back of your heart, bringing in a fresh dose of light through your heart space, filtering out your heart, letting go of any energy that doesn't serve you here, and fully flushing out your energy field. Pulling out anything It doesn't serve you. Good, opening that up deeper, beautiful. And let that flush out. Bringing more of that flow, light down through crown, third eye, throat, heart. Allowing that to fill up with unconditional love and giving from overflow, having so much love that you can give from overflow, and you can even give a little bit to your enemies. That's how much love you have. That's how much justice you have. Bringing this down through your heart. Heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet down into the earth, grounding down all the way down to the crystalline core, sending this love and this justice out into all of the earth as divine justice plays its part, bringing this energy back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. You are so welcome, beautiful soul. You are so, so, so welcome. Mwah. Yeah, I think that's all we have for today. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about today? What do we have going on? That session was so needed. Yay, I'm so grateful. So there is this energy. I mean, as you guys know, I went through a whole goddess upgrade within this month. And so there is a lot of goddess energy. 1044, yes. There's a lot of goddess energy coming forward of reminding self how to be highly, what's the word that I want to say here? Highly abundant, highly adorned, highly worthy, goddess, all of these things, whilst also still being in the human, and in a way being humbled in that human. And it's hard that the word humble is always hard for me, but it feels necessary and needed when working with such strong, powerful God energy. As we all know that we are the divine, living in this human body. Yes, we are all God. We are divine. We are holy. And yet, we are also human. And that humanness is the humility. That's it. It's not that we need to be knocked down onto our knees. It's not that we need to not be confident or not be proud of ourselves. It's more just connecting to the humanness, the humility of life. That's what I'm saying when I'm meaning humility. I'm not saying don't be powerful. Justice Jar also will share out my story in case any of you want to try it. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. So that's something that I just want to say, because I know I've been talking about the word humility a lot. That's what I mean, and I think hopefully I've already explained that, but I don't know, it's just been on my heart a lot to talk about that word specifically, because I know that there are a lot of people that are like, you are God, therefore don't be humbled, because you are God. Stop lowering yourself. And I'm not saying you're being lowered. I'm saying you're being balanced. There's something about being balanced with your God energy and your human energy that is the divine bridge. That is the deep connection, because not everyone on earth understands this connection of being God. And so being able to be God and yet also be human and yet also be relatable makes being God feasible, relatable, connected. Does that make sense, collective? Not everyone's going to resonate with that message, but that's been coming through my channel. There is something deep about connecting with sound, healing, movement therapy, somatic therapies, sound therapies, art therapies. It's interesting that they're saying the word therapy. Therapy feels like it has a deep connection to the mind. Ways to relax the mind. Humility brings deep peace. Yes. EMDR frequency is so calming. They have so many beautiful ones. Yeah, I love what you said, Katie. Humility brings deep peace, because there is something about that. When I feel like I'm in my higher goddess energy, it feels like there's a standard. I love this. Feels like there's a standard of living in that space that I cannot fall from the pedestal that I have put myself on. But when I am able to be humble in my goddessness, in my God energy, it doesn't feel as humiliating, which interesting that the word humiliation is coming up. It feels just real. It feels as it is. It feels like there's not as much pressure to be someone that I'm not, because I understand that I am human and I do learn from mistakes. And those mistakes are great initiations and invitations to acceleration and healing, because again, as we are God consciousness in the physical body, we have lived out lifetimes where we haven't needed to make mistakes, where we have been in a state of quote unquote perfection. But there is something there that you do not evolve as much in states of perfection. You stay perfect. We are in this physical body to evolve. That is the purpose of us being here, is to learn, is to grow, is to evolve. So making mistakes allows us to learn from the shadow. If we're just in the heavenly realm, we're not learning from the shadow. We're staying in a state of perfection. And that can get stagnant very quickly. This is why this earth experience is here for us to separate self from the infinite. Because it can feel very uncomfortable to remember that you are an infinite being that never actually truly dies. You never actually truly disintegrate. You are constant because you are all, and that can be overwhelming to the system very often. So when we have a start and an end, when we work within the timeline of time, there's something that's graspable. Is that a word? It's touchable. Life is touchable. It's understandable. There's limits for a reason. And yet, in that, we are also here in the limited realm to experience the limitlessness within ourselves, to show humanity that we can be limitless in the limited. There's a lot of contradiction or a lot of juxtaposition that happens in life, because all of life is a paradox. God is a paradox. God is the light and the dark. How does that work? I don't know, but God is a paradox. God is the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine. How does that work? I don't know. God is a paradox because God is all. And that's important too, to respect that God is within all, not just those that understand they are God, but those that also do not understand that they are God are also God. And it is not for me to say that I am better than anyone else, because I understand that I'm God and they don't understand that they're God. Because at that point, if I think that I'm better than them, then I create, again, a pedestal, and I create hierarchy, and I create competition. And competition is not necessary in this evolution of humanity. we are coming into unity consciousness, awareness of new earth consciousness, where we are here working together. A whole world, a whole word. Yeah. World too, I like that. World came out for a reason. So yeah, I'm loving that message that came through. It came through with a little bit of power. But that feels very necessary. Again, the word competition has been coming up a lot today, even though it wasn't on the words of the day. Wait, was it? No, it wasn't. But it's been coming forward for a reason, to notice in our mind, our body, and our soul where we have been competing with self, where we've been competing with others. And there is a healthy level of pushing or competition. There's a healthy level of noticing self. Where can I evolve from where I was yesterday? But at the same time, focus on you now. Focus on what you can do here, and focus on what you can do to bring yourself together into wholeness, into fullness, into oneness. And as we've always been talking about, the more that we work with oneness, wholeness, unity, consciousness, the more that we have to understand our individuality and individuation. Cognitive dissonance in working with opposites has been the most healing process for me. Yes, competition keeps the sisterhood wound looping. We break it when we see it all as one. Absolutely this and that, not this or that. Yes, it's an and. It's an and. Let's use the word and a lot. It's black and white, feminine and masculine, light and dark, this and that. Absolutely. Absolutely. They're showing me cactus for some reason. So it could be, I think it's peyote, medicine cactus. But it also could be, you know, similar energy to the rose, having such sweetness, having such tenderness on the inside, but still allowing self to have guard when it is needed. But not to always close self off. How do I make sense of this, Spirit? Let's go, I guess, into the analogy of the rose. Is a little bit easier. The rose has such beauty. In order for the rose to be supported in its beauty, it has to have those thorns. The rose opens up, and it allows itself to soften as it opens. It allows itself to be received by bugs and bees and butterflies. It allows itself to magnetize and to attract. But when something comes up and creeps up on it too much, they're showing a snake. Take what resonates. When it is starting to affect the softness of the rose, those thorns have to come out. But allow yourself to trust first. Trust that the world will receive your softness. And in those moments where there is something that is not as helpful, that's when the thorns are able to come out. Does this make sense? There's something about guardedness, or something about boundaries. There's something about this here that they're wanting us to notice, that it is a balance. It is all a balance. It's a balancing act. Trust your thorns enough to allow your softness to be opened up. Trust your stem enough. And don't let the thorns hurt you. Again, deep in that analogy, but that's what's coming forward here. The rose. And I'm seeing Mary Magdalene and Isis. I'm seeing Yeshua and Osiris. Hey, how are you? First time here? Hello, welcome in. It's good to have you here. I wrote a poem about being Beauty and the Beast and the rose he protected recently. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast is a good one. Flexible with boundaries, yes. Cactus in front yard, yes. So that's the energy, almost like shadows that are assets and needed. Absolutely. Shadows are super needed, right? We talked about in the last live, I think. the shadow as the teacher, the thorn as the teacher. So sometimes we have to, so okay, this is kind of transitioning a little bit. Sometimes we have to bring out those thorns intentionally to show others that we can support our own softness. If someone's gonna rub up against our softness and make us feel uncomfortable, baby, those thorns are coming out, and you got to witness that. And I'm not ashamed of these thorns coming out. I'm not ashamed of my sharpness, because I have to have sharpness in order for my softness to feel safe. Both of those things have to exist within itself. And I'm not going to be ashamed for that sharpness coming forward when you crossed my boundaries. When you stepped into the softness and did not take care of that softness. Is this making sense? Again, it's hard when we're so deep in these analogies, and I hope they're following. And if it is, if you are following, it's meant for you to follow. It's meant for you to follow. And again, coming back to that phrase of our shadow is our teacher, or our shadow is a teacher, period. Not just a teacher to us. Sometimes our sharpness or the pointedness of our energy is to teach others, hey, clearly that's my boundary. You touched it. Now deal with the consequences of that. Yeah, our shadow is a teacher, and it helps us not be so confined into being like, I'm a bitch. Like I don't want them to not like me because I had to like set my boundaries. No, I don't care. Sorry, I do care a little bit, but like, no, if you cross my boundaries, you cross my boundaries, you're going to feel the sharpness. That's it. Point blank. You got to learn from that. Anyways, kind of got on a rant on that one. I feel very passionate about that. But it's all juxtaposition. So then there's other conversations that we're going to have where it's like, okay, but are you confining yourself by your own limitations? Are you wrapping yourself up with the thorns of the rose? And where can you let yourself let go of some of the thorns? And where can you stop poking yourself with these thorns? Because something that happens, though, is when we become sharp to someone else, then we go, oh my gosh. And we point it at ourselves like, I'm such a bad person because I asked for a boundary, or because I asked for someone to not cross me like that. And then you go inward, and then you sharpen yourself, or you hurt yourself. And yes, that can also be a teacher, yes. But we also want to notice, are we being a little bit too self-critical for us just taking care of ourselves? And that's us also healing the feminine wound of speaking up, of being empowered, of being a very powerful and dominant being. The feminine has not always been known as the submissive. That's just in this wavelength that we're in, right? We have been in many different societies of the feminine being the matriarchy, then the patriarchy, then the matriarchy, then the patriarchy. And right now, where are we at? We're going from the patriarchy, kind of juxtaposing into the matriarchy, but we're also kind of evening this out, kind of creating more balance between the patriarchy and the matriarchy, creating the uniarchy. So that's what's happening now. We have to respect that within ourselves. So these are the things that are coming forward here. Hakate is still pretty strong in my field this morning, and she loves it. She's like, yeah, I am. She's so funny. She's like, you know it, girl. I'm right here. I've been kind of, in a way, slightly connecting with Lilith. Lilith has been one of my strongest guides from the beginning of this journey. I deeply love her. Not everyone's going to resonate with Lilith, but she does something deeply to me. And she was teaching me yesterday something about before Adam came to the earth, she was already aware of everything. She was very aware of her role. She was very aware of her power as the goddess, as the power of the womb holder, the power of being all that is, the power of the mother. She was very aware of that. And then Adam came in from that creation. So see, this is how I see it, is that Lilith like birthed Adam. That's how I'm actually energetically seeing it, is that she brought forth this being, and he sunk into the lower dimensions, and so she came in after, and then he was like, well, I was here first, bitch. And she was like, hell no. Hell no, you don't act like that to me. Do you know who I am? And she goes, dip. I ain't dealing with that shit. She goes, bye. Bye, bitch. And she steps out. And then a more submissive, if you will, version of the feminine comes forward to have to deal with that. So that's it. That's the energy that I saw. That's the energy I was witnessing yesterday, that she was kind of showing me. Whether that is accurate or not doesn't truly matter, but what does matter is the impact that it makes on your heart by me speaking that. So that's something that's kind of interesting, that we don't hear in the story of Adam and Eve. One, we don't hear much about Lilith at all, that she was the first woman that dipped because she saw how stupid it was to be submissive. She said, no, baby, I'm the full power. I know who I am, and I'm not your other half. I'm my whole self. And if you're trying to have me submit to your other half, no. You got to learn that lesson on your own, and I'm not going to be here for it. And so she's coming back deeply into reality as we're learning how to be whole. Because she's always been whole. She's always known herself in all of her. In healing, I saw Lilith teaching Eve how to step into her power, and Eve teaching Lilith how to soften. Yes! This is one of the first beings that I really worked with, and I've seen that same vision. And if you guys are interested in hearing more about Lilith's story, I have a video on my YouTube channel that I made like 2 years ago. Go check that out, because it talks more about Lilith and her story and how I believe that she is the serpent that has gifted Eve the knowledge of the feminine, the knowledge of good and evil, and the knowledge of good and evil is holding deep awareness. Eating of the apple is falling into awareness, is falling into the awakening, it's falling into the dark night of the soul and being aware of all of the negative things in life. This is an analogy. Eating of the wisdom, dropping into your dark night, being aware of everything that's happening, but still supporting yourself. And this is why when they eat of the apple, they see what is happening and they feel ashamed of their body, because they recognize that people are witnessing them, or they recognize the archons are being weird. And that's a whole other energy that we could tune into, that's very involved in the Gnostic texts and things like this. But Lilith is such a supportive role in humanity, and she's deeply coming back online. So if you haven't connected with Lilith yet, maybe this is your call, as we're also coming back to the Garden of Eden. Energetically, this is how I see reality. As we're coming back to the Garden of Eden, we are meant to heal that wound that happened in the Garden of Eden of separation. So I believe that what happened within the garden, what the real fall was, or the real sin was, if you will, was actually just the separation of the feminine and the masculine. The pointing of fingers to one another, to seeing each other as the enemy. That's the real fall. It's not the knowledge that they gained, it's the pointing of fingers that they gained, or that they received. That was the fall. The separation of the feminine and the masculine, the separation of wholeness, the blame, the pointing of fingers. And how, isn't it crazy that it's been a good chunk of time since then? Again, time doesn't really matter in those realms, but it's been a solid amount of time that we are still dealing with the effects of the fall of Adam and Eve, still dealing with the effects of blaming one another. Oh, Eve ate the apple first. Creating discourse between the feminine and the masculine, creating this idea that women should have painful birth because she wanted to know the wisdom of the universe, because she was gifted the wisdom of the universe. And then we tell ourselves that within our body over and over through generation and generation, that it solidifies into our human vessel, that when we do give birth, we're creating pain. We don't have to have painful births. Animals don't. We don't have to. We've programmed ourselves to believe that over generations and generations and generations and generations and generations. We know how to use our breath to relax the body, to make a birth experience be euphoric. Birth does not have to be painful. It is a programmed energy. And calling the men's throat the Adam's apple, I am like, why name it that? That's funny. Stuck in the throat, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a wild one. But that's what I'm feeling, 33 people in here. The number of Yeshua. So I've, as you guys have known, I've been really deeply connecting with this idea of light conception and miracles happening that we've seen in the Bible, and allowing them to come to the surface in the golden age of miracles that we're in right now as we're ushering it in through us. There's something about this understanding and this remembrance that's important, and I think it's also important that we heal the wound of Eve being a prey to these archons, because she was so beautiful in her divinity and in her humanity that she was prayed after. She was, I believe, she was sexually assaulted by the archons, by the beings that ruled over the earth at that time. And so for that to be her first experience with deep connection still holds a wound in all of us, and we are here to reverse that, to heal that, to remind the body what divine love making looks like. To remind the body that beauty is not a threat. Come on. Beauty is not a threat. It is a gift, and this goes back even into the feminine relationships. Healing the feminine relationships, healing the witch wound, healing the goddess wound. Not being in competition with each other's beauty, but uplifting each other's beauty and seeing it as a gift. No comparison. Everyone's beauty is unique to them. Supporting one another. Beauty is not a burden. And for many it has felt like that. And for me, I have felt like that for a long time in my life. And again, recently I've been figuring out how to navigate that. And to not purposefully put myself in things that lessen my beauty so that I don't have to get looked at weird. Beauty is a gift. It is magic. It is something that should be honored, but also not something that needs to be the highest thing. It is just something. Just like people's ability to read fast or to do math. It is just a thing, and it is a gift. But it is not the highest thing. Beauty is the reflection of our heart and soul. So this is interesting that all of this stuff is coming forward, and they're saying goddess worship and reminding self what that looks like, to truly respect the feminine within self, to truly respect the higher authority of our being. And to allow that to be embodied. This is interesting. I don't know why I'm intrigued by this message and why it's coming forward this way. Lilith and Hecate are very grateful that this is coming forward, because they want the feminine to see themselves coming together. Because even Lilith and Hecate, they're like, we're pals, we're friends, we love each other, we're here to support one another. And that's something that is needing to heal in the dark shadow side of the feminine. Feminine friendships, even feminine love, as a professional lesbian myself. Anyways. There's something else here. There's a nugget of gold. There's a nugget of gold here that I'm trying to like open up. They're using the dragons Puff the Magic Dragon's coming back in. Professional. I got my PhD in loving women. Anyways, there's a gold nugget here that's opening up, and they're showing the golden age of miracles. They're showing all of these eggs. Okay, so I'm opening up this like gold nugget. There's a ton of little like baby golden dragons that are ready to be hatched, that are being inserted into many of our physical vessels to bring this golden frequency into the grid. So whoever feels called and whoever has been having this womb quaking or this womb awakening, feel into your body and feel if this is something that feels right to you. I definitely know it feels aligned with me, my body. Some of you guys have already hatched these eggs or have hatched your awareness to this. Those of you that have already done this work are the leaders of the golden age of miracles. There's more of these being dispersed throughout consciousness as we are creating more space for dragon frequencies to be within our field physically. For a while, the dragons have been hidden, hiding from their own power. And this is the same way of the feminine, hiding from their own power, hiding from their own beauty. This is coming forward together for a reason. Bringing forward the mother. Bringing forward the mother through us. This deep remembering of Mother God. And the more that we can connect with the Mother God, the more this limitlessness gets infused into the limited reality. Absolutely, Mother energy. Mother God frequencies, bringing forward miracles, bringing forward divine healing, bringing forward community, bringing forward love. And it is not so much needing to be influenced by the masculine. The masculine is here to support, to love, to honor, to create those boundaries. And now you've created the structure. And we're continuing to re-heal the structure of humanity and re-heal the structure of society. Therefore, more and more and more and more of the divine mother energy gets to come in and gets to be infused in every conversation, in every healing, in every friendship. This is important. You've been praying a lot to Mother God in the year. Yeah, Mother God completely is the person that changed my life. She's the only reason I'm alive. Talk about dragons today. Yeah, the dragons are here and the mother is here. It's like the mother dragon, which is also like Sophia energy. So if you guys haven't connected with the Sophia codes, the book, The Sophia Code, please check it out. There's a lot of really good information. This is reminding me to go get that and put that in my van, because that is a book that I will refer to quite a bit. Also, I've been reading again the Gospel of Thomas. If you're interested in connecting with that and seeing what that is for yourself, you can read it from Spotify or anywhere else. It's really inspiring to me personally, because I really do feel connected with the energy of Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. Me and Mary, we're tight. I love her deeply. All of them, all of the Marys. They're saying something about spices, getting in the kitchen. So this is also a call for some of you guys. You might be transitioning some of your food, the way that you're eating. Yes, I am and I'm gonna be honest, because I'm an honest person. I am very resistant, but I know that I'm called to vegetarianism. And I'm resistant because I don't like to be told what to do. But anytime that I've eaten meat recently, like I ate chicken nuggets the other day, I was like, I actually feel so sad, and I feel sick, and I feel nauseous. Down on Spotify, let me go at it. Currently rehearsing the Magdalene Unveiled. Yes. Yeah, so there's a big transition with food right now. They're asking to honor, I don't know, something about spices. Like there's something about spices being medicine, and connecting with your food as if it is medicine, right? We've talked about this before, but there's something a little bit particular, like there's a change in the spices you might be using, or a change in the food that you might be intaking, or some of you guys might be called to fasting, some of you guys might be called to juice cleansing, things like that. Have I tried tofu? Yeah, and I have not liked it. What I'm going for is I'm going to be just eating a lot of black beans. I'm going to be eating a lot of beans, lots of chickpeas. That's what I'm feeling called to. The other thing for me is I like, again, I was a manifesting queen when I was like 12 years old, and I was sitting in my hammock envisioning me having a van and being a vegetarian. Like, it's so funny. I always knew I was going to be a vegetarian when I was in the van. And so now it's like the time is like, okay, well, it's here. So go do your thing. And we'll see how it goes, of course. I had a bone broth cleanse, feeling much better already. Oh, I love that. Because here's the thing, whenever I say I'm a vegetarian, I go vegetarian for about a week, and then Spirit goes, okay, actually, you can go back. So I'm kind of like, it's always hard. And I'm probably gonna declare myself a vegetarian about 10 million more times, and then I'll go back to meat. We'll see. I don't know. It's hard. It's such a hard thing in my body, and it's a constant struggle. I never understand. She makes some awesome recipes I want to try. Never have though. Been wanting to go vegetarian. Have not eaten meat in a long time. Love that for you guys. And I love this community that it's also open, because I think there are some communities that are like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even need to get into that. But just eat what you need to eat. Do what you need to do. And I honor you for that. And there's no judgment at all. You're not better than me for not eating meat. You're not better than me for eating meat. You're just eating your food and you're listening to your body, and that's it. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? Just listen to your body. So right now I'm listening to my body, and she's saying, eat more beans, eat more veggies, eat more fruit. So I'm going to try to do that. Intuitively eating. Yeah. You will go back and forth, and that's okay. Just listen to yourself, beautiful soul. I know. Y'all have heard me say it like 1,000 times. I'm going vegetarian this week. It's a fun journey. No, but I bought some kielbasa, which is my favorite. Anytime that I'm eating meat, I'm probably eating a good old Polish sausage. I love it. I don't know why. It just hits my... I mean, I am Polish, so that's probably why. But this week, I've had it in the fridge, and I'm just like, I don't want to make it. I don't want to do anything. But it's really funny, because if I'm making a meal for my family, my dad gets so pissed off if I don't use meat. He gets so mad. Like yesterday, I just made bruschetta. Polish food is so good. Yesterday, I just made bruschetta for fun. I love bruschetta. We had a ton of extra tomatoes from our garden, so I was like, let me make something. And my dad comes in, he's like, no, I don't want to eat that. And then I come down later and he's eating it because there's no one else made food because I made dinner. I know bruschetta isn't like a full meal, but yesterday I just wasn't, like, I didn't want that much. So I made it my meal, and he can just screw it. You know? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, coming back to this collective. Your parental grandparents came from Poland. Yes, I'm pretty Polish. I'm pretty Polish. Polish, Sicilian, I think Irish. But in my heart of hearts, I'm not from here. In my heart of hearts, I'm from a different planet. In my heart of hearts, also, I feel very Mediterranean and very Middle Eastern. So that's always something that's fun. That's another thing about food. I really love Mediterranean food. Like, that is, that's the thing for me. That is the thing for me. But Mediterranean food does well with vegetarianism. Indian food does good with that. Mexican food also can do pretty good with being vegetarian. So there's like a lot of good vegetarian options that like the world has done well about supporting vegetarians, because people have been vegetarian since the beginning of time. People have always had these feelings. So I don't know. 12:21 on the clock, mirrored reflection. Thanks to everyone that's here. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through. They're wanting me to show you the Starry Night mug for some reason. Something about it. They're showing me my mom. Healing the mother wound makes me want to vom, but it's okay. Yeah, healing the mother wound. So as we're talking about healing these feminine friendships, we're also talking about healing the competition. healing the competition between mother and daughter. Super annoying, but it is what it is. Makes me literally want to vom thinking about it. But yeah, we can let it just relax. It's okay. So, as you guys, I don't know if you guys have heard or not, like, I have felt this weird energy of my mom, like, competing with me since I've started doing spiritual stuff. Like, she wants to be the better one because she's doing it from a Christian lens and I'm doing it from a spiritual lens. And this last weekend she had a spiritual retreat, which is awesome. I love that for her. She had a retreat up at their property. But there's a part of my heart that's like, oh, I'm trying to figure out why I feel constricted or constrained of like, because I told her that I was doing a retreat, and then a week later she goes, I'm doing a retreat. I'm like, girl, okay, good for you. Happy for you. But then when she came back from her retreat, like, she couldn't even look me in the goddamn eyes. It reminded me of when I came out and she couldn't look me in the eyes, or every time she would look at me, she would start tearing up or crying. Good old days, good old days. I just don't want to be competing. I don't need to compete. I just want her to be happy, to enjoy herself and her spiritual retreats. But it feels like this energy of competition, and I don't want to be there. And yet I feel like I'm facilitating it by sinking into that frustration. But maybe I'm sinking into that frustration because I need to feel it, to be aware of it, and to let it pass. I don't know. My womb hurts really bad as they did biopsy, so I get it, heal it. Oh yeah, tell me how that is, Ramona. What was that about? Soon as you said that, my mother calls. Hello, Danny. Welcome. Heard. Yeah, is that okay? So I feel like there's a lot of that needs to come forward for this collective, is letting go of this weird competition with mother-daughter. And I've seen this a couple times where, like, the mother energy is like holding back the stream of abundance for the daughter because she wants to keep it for herself. But it's also because there is this threat of being too powerful. If a woman is too powerful, that's threatening for the world. So it's as if the mother is trying to protect the daughter by not allowing them to be as powerful. And that pisses me off. Truthfully. And I felt this in the collective recently as this is coming forward, as we're healing a lot more of this feminine wounding. This is being called to the surface. Ugh, makes me want to vomit. Like, I literally have this, like, ugh, this is gross. Why can't we just empower one another? I have a cyst over my ovary, so that is the biopsy to see if it's cancer or not. It was so painful. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ugh. Sending you so much love, beautiful. Have you seen those videos of I believe that. I'm sending you so much love. I like felt the stab when I read that. Have you seen those videos of people having like a ultrasound of a tumor, and then a ton of people like chanting like dissolve, 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 and like you can watch it in real time, the tumor dissolving from like Reiki and from deep intention? I keep thinking about that. So like, use that deep intention to dissolve that energy. Believe in yourself enough. Ramona. Sun God Ra can do anything, beautiful soul. Good health, good health, good health. Could have been that. I saw one that they did say dissolve or remove or something like that. That's why I did water fasting. Interesting. I believe it. I believe it. I believe in miracles. I really do. And I'm going to send you a lot of that faith to witness whatever is meant for you to witness. Because even sometimes, nah, I'm not going to say that. But miracles are meant to happen. You're going to be witnessing it. Whatever way that is. Whatever way that is. Good job trying, though. Spirit sees your efforts. There's also a lot of fear behind that makes it harder. I'm seeing broccoli. Yes, they assume the patient is in good health while they're chanting. Has a miracle effect. So that's the other thing. You did. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, thank you for saying that, Jessica. I felt that while I said that out loud. You did. You did that. You did that. That's the other thing, what someone else had said, is like assume good health and let the rest show you. And they're showing Yeshua walking through the valley of the shadow of death, doing these healings. Whoever has faith allows themselves to be healed within a moment. Whoever believes, not saying that you don't have belief, just sharing what visuals I'm coming forward. Anyways, there's so many visions that they're showing me right now, and they're going back to the apple of Adam and Eve, the apple of wisdom, eating of this apple, and then they're showing me Apple products like the iPhone, and the Apple or the iPhone being a connection to the Ethernet or being a connection to the 5D realm, because the more that we have connection to one another, the internet is the fifth dimension. Have you seen that guy sing that song on TikTok? Every single cell inside my body is healthy and well. Aww, that's so cute. Actually, that's literally the way that I healed my body back in the day when everything was breaking down and nothing was working. Shout out to that time. That was insane. That's exactly what it was. I was like, I'm healthy, I'm whole, I'm healing. That's what I kept saying to myself every single day. I'm healthy, I'm whole, I'm healing. I'm healed. And then eventually, things got better. I mean, I'm still navigating some of those things because as a healer, we get given opportunities to learn how to heal ourselves so that we can learn how to heal others. So I keep getting opportunities. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me these opportunities to heal myself. I did not and will find it after this live. Absolutely. I love that. I love that. I love that everyone knows about that song too. That's awesome. I know it's like, okay, Spirit, have I been given enough trials? Have I been given enough physical body ache? Because the other thing is, like, I know physically that when my body is in pain, it keeps me grounded. And so sometimes if I get like pain in my body, Spirit's like, get the fuck out of your head, get into your body, stop thinking about everyone and everything else, be here and now within your own presence. And so I'm like, okay, when am I going to learn my GD lesson to stay in my body and not to give everything to everyone? So I'm still learning all of this stuff, but for the most part, I'm good. I'm pretty good. The fact that I used to have such intense bad asthma, like, still blows my mind. Like, yesterday I was going through some of my old stuff because I was bringing my stuff in here, and I saw my inhaler, and I was like using a steroid inhaler like multiple times a day. And I was using a steroid inhaler, and then I was using an emergency inhaler, and I was also using a nebulizer. I was just not good in the lung. And then I was eventually just like, nah, fam, I can heal this. And I did. And it literally, for me, it was breathing in deeply and breathing in the intention of healing into my lungs and holding that and letting that healing go into all of the bronchi and letting it be painful there for a second and then letting the pain fade. And then deeply exhaling, because the exhale is the important part. So that was a way that I healed my lungs. I've talked about that before in this collective, but it's just always inspiring to me when I look back on that time and I was like, dang, I was really in the trenches, low key. I was really deep in the trenches. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Shout out to the trenches. Taught me a lot. They healed me with water, yeah. I actually got asthma from the water, from chlorine. To swim underwater a lot. Isn't that wild? Yes. So I actually got it from swim. because our pool, like I was always around the chlorine. I was always breathing in chlorine. And it actually induced asthma for me. And then I had, you know, chronic anxiety, and then COVID happened and all of that shit. And yeah, grateful that we're evolving, grateful that we're continuing to heal our body as a society and as a peoples. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I know, opposite, right? Because that was the weird part. And this is the fun part about me, is I often will have like deep paradoxes in my life. Like things that are meant to help you heal, like just don't work for me. And I like have to find the most weird way to do something. Or like something hurts me. Like another example is like I've gotten injured so many times from doing yoga. Like what the fuck? Like why? Why? That's the thing that's like supposed to heal and help most people. Why am I always getting injured from yoga? Or like injured from taking care of myself by working out or going on walks or things like that. Thank you. My friend was once a quadriplegic and he walks now. He healed himself. Wait. He healed himself through his mind and energy. Yes. Same. I had some wild health issues. Couldn't walk for 2 years, etc. Then I was like, no more, LOL. Yes. Yeah, literally last year when I moved in here, I had really, really bad tailbone pain, pelvic floor pain, and like leg pain, walking pain. It was really hard to walk. It was really hard to walk, but I still like pushed myself, but I didn't push myself too much because I had to take care of myself. I'm here to rest, because the other thing that I learned about healing your body is that rest is one of the most important tools. And that we try to always focus on like, what can I do next? What can I do next? And sometimes what you can do is literally just shut up and lay down for a second. Chill the F out. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. So anyways, rest is a really great medicine. Water is a really great medicine. They're saying vinegar is a great medicine. I don't know why. Vinegar, huh? Vinegar. Vinegar. Maybe for the stomach? Clearing things out? Vinegar, interesting. So maybe you have a call to vinegar in this collective. Anyways, now we're just chit-chatting and having fun. I'm very, very grateful for each and every one of you. We will close out here soon. Again, I want to say tomorrow I have a YouTube video out about my van tour. So I'll give you a little tour. And I'll also just share a little bit more about what I'm doing and how you guys can support me. I love you too. I used to crave vinegar. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not sure why they said that. Like, I'm seeing like vinegar shots, even like apple cider vinegar. I don't know. Do your own tune in to that to see. Thank you for the gifts. All right, we're going to bring some light down to the crown. Third eye. Throat. Heart. Express, dance, enjoy, create. Bring forward the emotions out of you. Some of you guys in this collective, probiotics. Yes, that feels right. Some of you guys in this collective are kind of spinning. You're kind of spiraling. You're kind of confused as to where you're going. You're kind of experiencing some things, but you're trying to stay stable. I want you to express. I want you to create. And some of you guys have been pushing that off, being like, no, let me just consume one more video. Let me just like try to figure out by someone else telling me the message. Baby, you're the message. And you better listen to yourself. Do some poetry, write some songs, do some sound healing, dance a little, do some physical movement, go outside. Whatever it is for you, have some outlet to express yourself. Maybe it's even fashion, maybe it's new clothes, maybe it's whatever. Maybe it's going on, I don't know. Do what you need to do. Dropping into the heart, opening this up. Down through the solar, sacral. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Fire cider. Opening this up through your root. Hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet down into the earth, grounding down. Notice in your body where there is comparison or competition. I see it very clearly for me. I have to address that myself. All the way down to the crystalline core. Sending this out and around. Bringing this energy back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, roots, sacral, solar, heart, throat, throat, third eye, crown, all the way up into the heavens. Allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. Releasing any energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. Have a beautiful day, beautiful souls. Again, stay tuned for that video tomorrow. Be there or be square. And I will see you guys back here on Friday. Mwah. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Love you.